So if you saw this can, it says grandma's chicken soup with chicken and veggies, right? I'm thinking, man, I like that. I love chicken noodle soup. You know, grilled cheese sandwich and chicken noodle soup, one of my favorite. But then you have to look really, it says actual food, grain and gluten free. You know, there's a little picture of the dog on the top, but you don't know if that could just be their logo, right? They're probably pet friendly. But in tiny writing on the bottom, food for dogs. Just be careful. It's not for humans. All right, today on this episode of Liquidation Motivation, we are going to be reviewing a Amazon electronics e-scrap load. An e-scrap load, I love electronic scrap. Why? Because they are filled to the rim with great Amazon products, and for professional buyers only. You have to have somebody handy, you have to be able to fix things, you have to be able to open something up and solder a wire back together, but they are incredible loads. You're not gonna believe it. Watch the video. You are gonna be super excited, just as excited as I am. All right, so this is how an electronic e-scrap load comes in from Amazon, right? You got these huge pallets, right? Huge pallets filled with boxes. Like, I don't even know what's in them. One thing you do get a lot of is you get a lot of printers. So I don't know what to do with printers that aren't working, return printers. There's gotta be a business there, but I'm trying to figure out what to do. If you guys got any ideas how to get rid of used printers, let me know, put it in the comments down below, because that's gonna be the biggest problem buying one of these loads, is that you get a lot of printers. Now these printers are the ones that I love. These are the EcoTank, the Epson EcoTank printers. I don't know about you, but I've had printers in my businesses where every month you gotta go spend $200, $300, $400 on ink. You get one of these printers working, you go buy the bulk ink, you don't gotta buy the Epson ink, you can go buy the Amazon ink for $10 and it'll last you years. If you do a lot of printing, you gotta use one of those printers. That's my favorite printer. I have them in every one of my offices here. But besides the printers, this thing is just filled with high-end stuff. You know, I don't even know what's in these boxes. We did break down a couple pallets. I'm gonna break down a pallet right in front of you so you guys can see exactly what I'm getting. But over here is a bunch of things that we found in one of the pallets. You know, there's a whole bunch of ring lights in there. We got this leg massager. Here's a Scar audio cabinet. That's about a $500 cabinet there. A waffle maker, right? We got a jet boat in there. Look at this mixing board. Came in there in this huge mixing board. Here's a water filter, a projector, a professional blender. Over here there was a whole bunch of shredders too in there. This is a big old blow-up house, like a blow-up house with an air pump in it. It's kind of weird. Some more light kits. We got a grill here. You know, one of the bigger, badder things that we got is over here. Look at the size of that frickin' monitor there. So that's a Samsung 49-inch monitor, gaming monitor. This thing is like $1,600 new. Now we plugged it in. In the back, it's like flashing red lights in the back, so it's shooting out an error code. So right now we have Charles is fixing it right now, trying to see if he can get that up and running. I believe that I can get about $1,000 for that if Charles can get it working. He's super confident that he can get it working. He said it has something to do with the heat sink. They didn't properly put the heat sink in there, and so it might have overheated and just flashed that code. He thinks he can get it going. He's gonna flash the firmware. I mean, I know what that means, but I don't know how to do it. So he's gonna flash the firmware, get it up and running again, and hopefully I can make the $1,000 off that. But I mean, these loads aren't that expensive. If you wanna know how much, you can message me, you can text me, right? Text me at 315-778-8744. Just text me, don't call me, please. I don't answer phone calls from people I don't know. But if you text me, I'll message you back. There are a few people that messaged me that I wasn't able to get to you. Send me another message, guys. I don't care if you harass me with text messages all day long. If I don't answer you, message me again, because I get so many messages from people, and I'm trying to answer all the questions. So you might get lost in the shuffle. Message me again to get you back to the top, all right? Back to the load. So those are the medium pallets. My loads normally come in with 20 double stack pallets of the mediums and then 6 double stack pallets of the smalls. And the smalls are what I really, really like, right? Because let's look at this box of smalls here. I mean, we're talking about Smart touch thermostat, Bluetooth headphones. What is this? A charging dock for a VR setup. Bluetooth headphones, keyboard cases, JBL speakers. Here we go. Keyboard case. A nice Bluetooth keyboard right there. Beats, gaming headphones. Remember, everything, all this stuff is sold as is. We don't know the condition. We don't know if it's working. You can see like that one is broken, obviously. Professional buyers only. A lot of Jabra. This is actually a higher end business brand. So a lot of call centers and stuff like that use this brand. So that's a good brand. Samsung docking station. Oh my, VR. Little VR headset here. What do we got? Oh man, look at that. Oculus 2, right? Is that the 2? No, that might be the 1. That whole Oculus set up there. That's beautiful. Another Jabra. Here's another Oculus. Look at how many Oculuses there are these. So boom. Boy, another Oculus there. Awesome stuff. A little boom box. Bluetooth headphones. What do we got in this bin here? Bam! Look at that drone. That's pretty cool. Look at these drones, man. Drones, batteries, extra. It looks like everything's there. Does it work? I have no idea. We're gonna have to have Charles test it. Or we're gonna sell it in the bin store and not care how much it goes for. Bluetooth keyboard for iPad. These look like maybe lights, LED lights. Yeah, it looks like LED lights. What's in the box, Paul? Another VR, another Oculus. Man, this is incredible. I mean, even broken, what's an Oculus worth with the controllers? It's got to be $100 anyways, even as is, right? I would think on eBay. And so far we found 3 in just the top of this pallet. How many do we have in all 16 of these pallets? It's incredible. I don't know what that's, some heavy metal stuff right there. That looks like a power supply, Bluetooth headphones, Xbox Series X something. I don't know, bin store. Look at this, Paul, another part of an Oculus, right? Headphones, wired. These are Bluetooth headphones here. It's like an over-the-ear headphone. This looks like for a call center or something. Actually, it might be a wireless headphone. Might be a wireless headphone. It says, oh, it says an aviation headset. That's pretty cool. Anything aviation's got to be. See, does not power on. Beats headphones. Who knows? Who knows what the problem is with those? Little screen for something. A Galaxy book. No, it's a picture frame. Looks like a telescope in here. That's pretty cool. There you go, a Velocity One flight stick. I mean, they're messy, don't get me wrong, they're messy, but you know, Sony Bluetooth headphones in there, right? Test them, see if they work. I'm sure that's $100 new. Another radio, another keyboard, Bluetooth, Google Nest, Ring camera, trail cam, right? You put this out in the woods, that way you can find Bigfoot. You never know where Bigfoot's gonna be. Put that in the woods. A tile, these little tiles. If you don't trust your wife, you can throw one of these in her car and see where she's traveling to. I'm not speaking from personal experience here, I'm just letting you know. Car stereo, look at the screen for a car stereo. I mean, I know you need to have the connector here, but maybe it's inside the box. A doorbell. You know, a lot of times people don't know how to hook these things up. They buy it off Amazon, they bring it home, they don't know how to hook it up, they don't know anything about the software, and then they return it for no reason, and it actually works perfectly. So, professional buyers only. MP3 player. A label, it says label printer on the bottom. Keyboard case, overflew drone. I don't know. Even, I mean, the cheapest drone you can buy like that's like 40 or 50 bucks, right? It's a router, wireless router, Wi-Fi router. Another drone, a D20 HD camera drone. Bluetooth headphones. Tayoga, a lot of Chinese brands. So you're gonna get some non-electronic stuff in here. I'm getting some sporting goods too in here too. I don't know why they're in here, but it doesn't really matter. The price is right, so Bluetooth headphones. Who wants to go through all this stuff and test it and make sure it works? But I mean, if you do test it, think about what you can retail this stuff for. It's thousands of dollars worth of stuff. This is for a video game. This is the foot pedal for an actual arcade game. I know that because Charles told me that the other day. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known that. Bluetooth, keyboard case, headphones. Oh, look at that bad boy, huh? Oh, that's a shifter. I need some new headphones. I had to go to New York for a funeral. I didn't bring my headphones on the airplane. So I had to go to the stupid little store in the airport to buy headphones. I needed a USB, I just getting some wired headphones. $60. When you look it up, walmart.com, $14.99. but I had to pay 60 bucks in the airport. What a ripoff. Why do they rip people off like that? I wonder. Oh, this is a Garmin, some Garmin, maybe a dash cam maybe? But you know Garmin is a good brand, so. What's in here? Here's a drone, another drone, a little bit bigger drone. Seems like a cheaper one though. Gold Candy Bluetooth headphones. I mean, how many of these little headphones can fit in this box? Thousands. Google Nest Wi-Fi router, another drone, keyboard. These are the ergonomic keyboards. I kind of like these ones. But I like the clickety-clackety keyboards. Those are my favorite. I don't know why. Because I know that I hit the Sony Bluetooth headphones. I know I hit the key when I hear the click, right? On the other ones, I don't know if I hit the right key or not. I'm not the best typer in the world. My wife is a great typer. She can type thousands of words a minute. Paul's a great typer. Paul's the guy that can do this, you know, while he's typing, look at you and talk to you while he's typing. I can't do that. Another doorbell. This is an Arlo. A ring light. Here's a little kid's camera. Digital picture frame. DJI. Look at that gimbal, baby. Bam. There's your gimbal. Looks like they dropped it or something. But still, what's a DJI gimbal worth? In rough shape, but throw it in the bin store. Get rid of it for $5. This looks like one of those like extension monitors you can hook up to like a laptop. Those are pretty popular. I bought one for my wife last Christmas. Cost me like $300. Do you think this kind of stuff will sell in your bin store is the question. Here's another picture frame, but that one seems like good quality there. Another one of those trail cams. The thing is, you get a lot of electronic nerds that love this kind of stuff. I mean, come $5 day, $3 day, $1 day, they're gonna eat this stuff up. We're gonna make sure they know that this stuff is sold as is. We have no idea about it working or not, but it's sold as is. I don't even know what that is, Paul. I mean, it has a little screen on it. It's a Godox. As a man, I love these electronic palettes. Even if they are sold as is, I love them. They got so much value. Dash cam. I recommend everybody have a dash cam. Here's a Kodak Step Touch camera. Everybody should have a dash cam. A buddy of mine at Christmas time was driving home from Christmas Eve. He had a couple drinks, luckily only about 2 drinks. He goes through a stoplight and this lady hits him. And the cops show up. The lady says to the cop that my buddy ran the stop sign. And he's like, I didn't run the stop sign, I had a green arrow. And she said, no, it was his fault. They were trying to blame it on my buddy. Luckily, he had a dash cam. He took the next day, he took the footage, sent it to the cop. The cop gave the lady the ticket and not my guy. But it would have been his word against her word. He had proof. I have a dash cam in all my cars. Don't get caught up in that scam. I mean, I don't think the lady was trying to scam him. I just think the lady was trying to get away with something. But she probably thought she was right, but she wasn't. You know. Let's look on the top of some of these other ones. Maybe we can see a few more good things. Remote control cars. You can see that there. Look here, a PlayStation VR setup. So let's open this up. It's all in there. No idea if it works or not, but I guess the controllers alone are like $100 a piece, just the 2 handheld controllers. Picture frames, PlayStation headphones, gaming headphones, you know, Logitech gaming headphones. How cool is this stuff? How cool is this stuff? But I can't stress, you gotta be a professional buyer. Oh, that's one of those massagers, right? I have one of those at home. Those suckers were like $300 at one time. I think they're down to like 100 now. Wireless Bluetooth headphone. This is like for call centers or somebody who works at home, takes a lot of phone calls. Hyper Cloud, a little airplane. I know there's like a ton of like, oh, look at all the Bluetooth headphones just sitting here. How many is there? 50 of them? JBL. People didn't know how to hook these things up. People don't know what they're doing with these things, so they throw them in these bins. They get rid of them. Camping fan. See, this is the one that has some sporting goods in it. Oh, look at this. What is this, Paul? Right here. This is my sport. I was good at lacrosse when I was a kid, man. I loved playing lacrosse. So this is a woman's lacrosse stick, but I bet you this thing was probably $100 new. Anything lacrosse is expensive, right? Love lacrosse. Look at that badass camera there, an Instax Wide 300. I don't even know what that is. Headphones, tiles, regular phones, home phones. We found 4 Nintendo Switches so far. Battery chargers. Here we go. A power bank with all the different attachments. That's cool. Boom. Let's see. You know, I'm going to change the batteries in them. You know, I know that on eBay you can get 70, 80 bucks out of those. This one has some tools, Milwaukee tools in it. Oh yeah, what is that? That's a snap-on something. I don't even know. Snap-on torque wrench? I don't even know what you call it. I'm not really a tool guy. I'm not really a handy guy. I just hire handy guys to work for me. Here, see, look at all the calculators, calculators, calculators. Snap-on tools, Snap-on tools. I already said it on this video, but you rent 130,000 square feet and you think like, oh, you'll never run out of space. And then you run out of space, Paul. It's like you're always reorganizing, right? Cleaning up, reorganizing, cleaning up, reorganizing, cleaning up, reorganizing. Lease out the back corner of my warehouse to a guy that does restaurant equipment. Paul hates it when I get too close to the camera. He keeps backing up, but he does restaurant equipment, but he imports it all from China. Look at this container load. It was floor to ceiling, individual pieces, all restaurant equipment. And it takes like 10 hours to unload this truck. Look at how full it is. 10 hours. I mean, we've already been at it for like 3 hours and it's only a quarter empty right now. Tons and tons of merchandise. This guy does pretty good, man. I'm pretty impressed with his business. Someday I want to be importing stuff like that, figuring out what the right thing, don't trip there, what the right thing is to import from China to bring here to, you know, I know Danny's looking at that, working on it, and this guy here, he's given us a little training lesson on, you know, how you can build a big business with imports. All right, so I'm trying to build out this warehouse, right? 130,000 square feet. How can I fill it up? I mean, I think I'm doing a pretty good job so far, right? Can you look around, Paul? Can you turn around with me? Come over this way. We're filling the whole building up. You know, I'm trying to see how much liquidation stuff can I get, can I sell? I got furniture. We got all of our tools section over here. And today I just got in my first load of appliances. Have you guys thought about doing appliances? You know, I just brought this load in. And the good thing is that you can buy these appliances. This load cost me 18% of retail, including delivery. So that was free delivery within 18% of retail. Now what I bought the bottom of the barrel of appliances, which is returns. So the good thing about the returns is that they give you a 1-year warranty on every one of the units. So when you sell this, they can register the unit, 1-year warranty on it, which is good. The bad thing is that there's always something, there's a reason why they returned it, right? There's a reason why they returned it. And most of the time it's a ding or a dent or something like that. You pay $3,000 for a new refrigerator, freezer, you don't want to have a dent on it. So it shows up at your house, you're like, send that thing back, and then they'll bring you another one. So when you walk down the aisle here, you can see every single one of them has a ding or a dent in it. And some, some of them are worse than others. You know, there's one that looks like looks like somebody shot it with a BB gun. You know, is this an acceptable refrigerator to have in your house with these dents here, you know? And what can I sell them for? If I'm buying them at 18% of retail, you know, my pricing strategy is to market at 50% of retail and then let them negotiate with me. You know, I know what I own them for. You know, so this refrigerator was like $4 grand new, you know, so I own this for $700. I got $1,950 on it, which is half price. I own it for $700. If they negotiate down to $1,400 to $1,200, I don't care, right? People like to negotiate. Some people will just walk in and buy the damn unit because some of these units are in really good shape. Look at this one. This one doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it. 1-year warranty. This one looks like somebody took a BB gun and hit it. This was probably in a truck and something sharp was against the wall and it just kept, every time they turned the corner, it just kept beating on it. You know, I was thinking about buying like some really cool magnets, right? And just buying like 1,000 magnets off Amazon, like random magnets. And we'll put the magnet over the hole, and maybe they'll, as long as they can't see it, they might say, hey, yeah, I'll buy that. That's no big deal. Or listen, if somebody has a rental unit, right? If they have a rental unit, you know, do you think they care if there's, you know, that this handle has a ding right here? If you get this beautiful refrigerator for a rental unit? No, not when it's half the price. I mean, because it's all about making money when you have a rental unit, right? It's about making money. So when you can, you know, will somebody pay half price for this with this dent? I guess there's a few more dents. Some are worse than others. My wife wants me to get a new refrigerator. I was thinking about getting this one right here. This is a Frigidaire Gallery, $3,900 new. It looks beautiful on the inside. I mean, it's got the ice maker in it, all the crisper shows. It's got 2 levels of freezing, I believe. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I text her a picture of it. She hasn't responded yet. The one in my house is kind of crappy. Also, but what I look for in these loads, what I notice I used to do these loads a lot, is that some loads are heavy on washer, dryers, dishwashers, stuff like that. I don't like that stuff. That stuff doesn't sell as much. Well, now this will sell, and but dishwashers, I have a hard time selling dishwashers. These look a little bit more beat up than the other ones. I haven't cleaned them or done anything to them yet. People will buy a washer and dryer set, but I don't have a way to test these. I like to test everything before I sell them. I mean, once again, there's a year warranty on them, so they're guaranteed, but I just prefer to test them. I hate for clients to buy this, take it home, hook it up, and then find out it doesn't work, Then they get mad at me, which I understand, I fully understand. So I'm back into the appliance business, baby. If you guys want to know where I'm getting these appliances, text me. Text me, 315-778-8744. Text me. I'll tell you my connection. I make no money on it. This is a good company. Remember, 18%. Now remember, these are returns, but you can also buy new scratch and dent, which end up being like 30% of retail. So I'm paying about half of what the scratch and dent prices are buying the returns. We'll see how it works out. I have a lot more room to negotiate on these prices than I do on the scratch and dent. So we'll see. I did put it on Facebook Marketplace. That's all my revenue now is coming Facebook Marketplace, promoted ads. Facebook Marketplace, pay $10 or $20 to promote the ad every day. Keep promoting it, because you're gonna get 5 people a day coming in to look at it because of the promoted ads. It works for me. That's how I'm getting hundreds and hundreds of people a week into the store, into the warehouse, buying stuff because of promoted ads. Now, people will still come to you. Every day I have about 10 ads that are promoted going. So it's going to tens of thousands of people, or within 50 miles of my warehouse. People still come in here and like, you really need to start advertising. I've never heard of you. Well, no shit, you jackass. Maybe you're not on social media. I don't know. What do you want me to put an ad in the newspaper? Huh? You want me to put a flyer up in your neighborhood because you go to the community house all the time and look at the flyers? I don't know. You can't make everybody happy, but promoted ads, that's my secret to success. It's like quadrupled my sales because now I'm getting out there to the public every day, 5, 6, 7, 8 of my listings are at promoted ads. So one day before I headed to work, I went on B-Stock and I buy Costco from B-Stock. Before I left to work, I bid on 20 auctions. They were all cheap at the time, right? So I bid on 20 auctions, and then I left. I really didn't think I'd win any of them because my price, my bidding was so low. And then when I got to work, I found out I won 12 of them, So then all of a sudden, bang, all this Costco stuff starts coming in. So I'm trying to sell this, manifested, My goal on Costco is to buy it. Remember, I always include shipping on what I pay for it because B-Stock charges a lot in shipping. I see some of you guys complaining about shipping on B-Stock, and you're 100% right. I get something shipped from 100 miles away and they charge me $1,800 for the load. If I was able to pay for that load myself, it would be $650, right? It's ridiculous what they make on the shipping. I don't know who gets that money. Is it C.H. Robinson or is it B-Stock? I have no idea, but somebody is screwing all of us buyers and they really need to fix that. You can see I did videos 4 years ago talking about how B-Stock screws you on your shipping. But it's how much do you pay? I try to pay under 25% of retail, and then you just mark it up a little bit, try to make some money. And that's what I have here. I have these manifested pallets here, fully manifested. It's $7,000 worth of merchandise. I'm trying to get $1,900 out of it. Of that $1,900, I'm making about $500 if I sell the 2 pallets. We'll see. I don't know if it'll work. Most people don't want to pay that kind of money for stuff, but there are higher end flea market booths, there are higher end stores that will want this kind of stuff. If you got a retail operation and you're doing pretty good sales, this is way better than wholesale. Wholesale, you might get to mark your stuff up 20 or 30%. Here you get to mark your stuff up 100, 200% when you're selling it because you're buying it at the right number, right? So this is additional stuff that came out of our e-scrap load, right? So if you are having drain issues, you can send a camera down your drain so you can visualize what is going on down there. So it's got an LCD monitor on it. See what's going on? Here is the LED light. Imagine that going down your drain so you can see what's going on. I don't know if it's only used in commercial and residential, but these are super handy because The mall we're in has a lot of drain issues, and they like to blame it on us. So we get to send the camera down there to prove whose fault it is. This is a cooler, one of those coolers you can put in your car, right? That actually it can keep your stuff warm. It can keep your stuff cold. It's temperature regulated. I mean, that's a few $100s. Thinking about doing a food truck, Paul. So if I'm gonna do a food truck, I'm gonna retrofit my own food truck. I like smash burgers. I wanna do a smash burger food truck. I'm thinking about calling it Get Smashed or Let's Smash. If you guys got an idea of what I could call my food truck, smash burger food truck, let me know. But we found these fryers. I mean, brand new fryers in the electronic scrap load. I mean, they are cheaper. They're less expensive. These are probably like $150 new. But it is pretty cool to find two of these. We'd be perfect for the food truck. There's so much good. This blender was in here, and obviously I think they returned it because of this crack. So, I mean, when I looked the blender up, it's like a $250 juicer. You know, if I could just replace this for 10 bucks or whatever on eBay, that'll be good to go. We found huge subwoofers. We found an Ethereum crypto miner. We found a solar power wall converter for a roofing system, $1,400. Turn it on, test it, perfect, working order. We found a power inverter for that solar power so you can change to your 110 power for your house, $400, perfect working order. We found so much good stuff in these pallets. We also found a lot of printers, don't get me wrong. I don't really like the printers, but the value of the expensive stuff has just been outrageous. We found laptops, desktop computers. You saw the 49-inch computer monitor. Now we have to order a part for that to get that working, but you know, so remember, you gotta be a professional in order to buy these pallets. You gotta be able to be handy. You gotta be able to have somebody that can fix things. So don't buy this, ignore this load if you're not handy. You know, listen, I had a lady come here the other day, buy a Lowe's pallet, and then complain that everything had return stickers on it. I'm like, ma'am, these are return loads. If you want to buy new, you want to buy wholesale and make very little money, go buy wholesale. These are returns. You know, we sold her the pallet, and she was upset that there was broken stuff in there. We're like, ma'am, we explained that to you before you bought this. So you're going to find people that aren't for this business. If they think it's all working, all perfect, and you're just going to be able to flip everything and make money, tell them to get the hell out of here, because that's not the reality of the pallet business. The reality of the pallet business is you're going to sell a third of it real fast. The other third's going to take weeks, and the last third's going to take months, maybe years, right? So you need a way to get rid of the crap, all right? You need to be handy. You need to be able to open something up and resolder a wire. You need to be able to buy a part and swap it out. You know, that's the nature of liquidation. So if you think you're going to open up these boxes and you're just going to have gold, that's not the truth. You're going to buy this smart cat litter box, right? You're going to buy this box, which is probably like a $279 item, and you're going to have to figure out what's wrong with it, repair it, and then you can sell it for 150 bucks, right? It's not going to come out of that box brand new. None of this stuff is. But if you have that ability, these are gold. In the small boxes, we found a GoPro 12, a GoPro 11. I put a battery in it, perfect. Beautiful working condition. So now I have like 7 GoPros. I don't even use them, but I got 7. You know, we got subwoofers here. There's so much good stuff in here. You know, there's so much good stuff in here that if you're that professional buyer, if you can fix shit, I think you got to try one of these loads. And how do you try one of these loads? You give me a call. Text me, 315-778-8744. So if you're interested in one of these truckloads, comes with 52 pallets a load, 26 double stack pallets. It's a huge deal, a huge bargain. Message me, text me, my number's in the video. Text me if you guys are interested. They come out of the Midwest. I love these loads, you'll love these loads too. Thanks for watching our video today, Liquidation Motivation. Now go out there and make some money.